uh, at last we meet again. Hello, hi. How is everyone today? I hope you are all doing great, good, wonderful. And welcome today to Villany 101. Yes, that's right. Sit down. Today, I hope you write your notebooks. And today I was able to get a hold of the villain showroom. Yes. Oh, I see you guys. Let me move you real quick. Whoop. There you are. There you are. Now then, without further ado, you guys want to get started? Just for today, I will be teaching the Villany 101. Just for today. Now, let's begin with the basics. So, and yes, this is live feed. This is a live feed. So, give me a second. You didn't see anything. Alright, so you want to be a villain? Easy as that. Now the question is, since we're here, why? Why do you want to be a villain? You know? You should be asking yourself that first. Before we do anything, before you even think about joining. So you want to be a villain. Ask yourself why you want to be a villain. What are you fighting for? Why are you fighting for? All these little things. Yes. Don't say no. If you're not here to be a villain, get out. You can sit down and enjoy the class, either or. You don't have to take notes, I guess. There will be a quiz by the end of this. Anyways, easy peasy, right? You want to be a villain. Now we'll start with the basics. You see, there are many reasons to be a villain. Stay to supervise me. What are you? Some kind of superhero? Shouldn't even be in this room. Oh well. Well. Cause any problems, we're gonna have to start something. But there's a lot of reasons. One, the main one. Hold on. The main reason people want this. I'm writing with a mouse, so it's hard. Most villains want this, right? World domination. What villain wouldn't want world domination? And excuse my horrible handwriting, but this is just how I write. I do not write very good. Yes, most villains want world domination. Now you fall under this world domination. Then you fall under the basic 80% of the villains in the world. Yes, you result to 80% of most villains. Right here. 80%. But sometimes there are villains who also want to do this. That's a badass. See, this right here. This is the 10%. Now, most of the times, you break into one of these two. Right. Now, when you decide you want to be this one, you just want to own everything. The world, tools, people, name it. You want the world to be yours. Any world, all the worlds. Space. Yes, you want to own it all. And you're fighting for 80% of it, right? Now, if you want to do world destruction, which is where I fall in, 10%, you're going against 10% of the other villains that wish to join you. You see, up here, it's rather competitive, isn't it? Rather competitive in world domination, but if you do world destruction, that 10% will do everything in their power to help you, to also destroy the world. You see, we want to watch the world burn, and that is the evilest thing you can do. Why give someone freedom when you can deny them nothing afterwards? The satisfaction of destroying everything they love. Everything they love. But there's also nothing wrong with world domination. Yes, because it feels amazing when the heroes bow down at your knee, on their knees at your feet. Nothing better. But that's a rare occurrence. It's usually if you're in the higher up ranks. Now, speaking of which, we can get into the ranks. Are you ready? Here goes the ranks. You see, ranks are easy, right? Being a villain, rankings are really easy. So, we start at the bottom. This little guy right down here. Little jump. That's you. Class E. You see? Class E. Then from there, there's Class G. And from there, there's Class C. Right? Bit easy, basic. We're going up the alphabet. Now from here's when it gets a little complicated. There's B3, B2, B1, right? B2, A1, and S. Yes, I know. S. Now, you may be asking yourself, what does all of this imply? Well, simple. Very simple. Whoop. I'll tell you. Let me just... It's way too big. So, when you join the villain's organization, and you decide you want to be Class A, you're going to be Class E for it. Unless specified otherwise, then you become Class AE. Does this make sense? Now, let's get into it. This is... Oops. Office workers. And that's Class A. Now, Class C, you may be also wondering. Alright, so we know what Class A is now too. But Class D is I've explained this many times. I decided, why don't we make an actual stream about it? So people would stop asking me. Oh, we refer them to this. Right? Okay, now we jump on over to Class C. It's easy. It's very basic. You get the gist of it. I mean, come on. Would it, right? So, now that we got the basics down of D and E, which is, the minions and the grunts, down to the office workers, where they usually don't see the fighting. They usually don't get into the fighting. But when you get to Class C, you become an elite. Or, also known as right hand, left hand. Right? So, this is where you can become a B trainee. This is where, if you get to this level, and the Villains Association recognizes you as a strong enough minion, you can then try to see if any B class or A class will take you on. And that's when they train you. And then you become a B trainee. Everything making sense so far? Okay, good. Now, we move on to the weird ranks of 1, 2, 3B. When you are in, once you are officially in, and you skip right past C, you become trainee. Right? That's where you become next. They train you enough and they recognize you as a Class B villain. A B3 to be exact. But no one around here likes to be called that. So, you call yourself a Class B villain from here on. And you don't play any major roles. But every now and then they'll give you something cool. Next, we move on to B2. You become your own official villain. With 4 whole minions. How about that? Wow. See? It's not so hard, right? But it could take you years. And I mean years to get from this to this. Because if you don't have any magic powers, or any powers, I guess, any mutant powers, they're going to leave you in Class D for a long, long time. And what? After you may become an official villain, it's not hard. Not hard at all. Let's become an official villain. You become Class B1 villain. Class B1 villain. Very simple. Become an officer. Officer villain. Doesn't that sound nice? Official to officer. In other words, you become something of much more value. They deem you worthy to send on most missions now. See, this is where I stand. This is where I'm at. And that's where I'm at. I am an officer villain. So, now do you know how strong I am? Anyways, minions, sit down. That's it, you right there. I see you. No bathroom breaks until the end. Now that you've seen this, you guys don't even know what A1 and A2 is. In other words, this, very simply put, Captain, and it's a weird name, but they call you Main, right? They call you a main villain. That is where most people want to be. Most villains want to be here. Oh, you can't see it. Most villains want to be here. This is the place to be. But, on a high up chance, you end up here. Up right here. Strong. That's what they labeled as. In other words, you're maybe a little too godly. Isn't that right? You're a little too strong for your own good. You become near a demigod pretty much. Basically become a demigod. Right. So, now, does that motivate you to become a villain now? That doesn't motivate you to become a villain. I know what to do. See. Even after all that, now that you've chosen what you want to, what's your reason? Now that you've got a reason, whatever it may be, if you want revenge, and now that you know ranking, let's motivate you some further. Let's motivate you much further. You've got your reason, your rank, you know the ranking. But why be a villain? Still, you have to ask it. You're asking that. Why be a villain? Why don't I just become a hero? Or find a high-paying job? Well, easy. Keep 90% of the funds. Now, you're asking yourself, 90% toku. That's a lot. How does the Villain Association make money? Wow, easy. 10% adds up, right? A lot more than you think. Because everyone in the association gets the cut. They say 90% of funds. This is, it makes us happy, sure. But the scummy part is they will also take 50% of your pay cut. At least 3 times a year. Not bad. So, I mean, hey, you took it 90%. Say you make $100. You gotta keep $90 to yourself. $10 goes to the association to keep things running. Yes, and to make sure your minions are well fed and have a place to live. And how you treat your villain how you treat your minions is entirely up to you. Now, if there's any tokens in here, you guys are treated rather decently, aren't you? Aren't you? That's right. Yes. Besides the money part, another part that'll make you happy. No schedules. No schedules. They'll assign you a job. They'll assign you to the job. But that doesn't mean you have to follow a schedule. You just have to get it done. So, they say, hey, you and you, you're gonna rob a bank. You're robbing a bank, doing however you want. We're giving you guys a deadline. There is no schedule whatsoever, but deadline. It's really tiny. Oh, no schedule, but there's deadline. So, yeah, like the example there. If you were to rob a bank with a certain group of people, and the association says, you've got 3 days to complete this. You guys can easily get it done in 3 days. Because it's not just you three. It'll be you three, and however many minions you've got. That's right. Another reason, good reason to become a villain, right? Now, the last reason I think is every villain, free base. That's right. Every villain gets a free base. They will very much ask you, where would you like to be located? And they'll put you there. No charge. Complimentary, in fact. So, are you convinced yet? Huh? Are you convinced yet? Little minions to be or villains to be? Well, if not, let's go into some examples, shall we? Nice examples. So, say, in this scenario, whether you are a villain, no, or whether you are a minion, here's what you will be doing. First one I'll place here. The very first thing I'll place here is now, just because you are a villain and they give you a mission, that doesn't mean you have to do it their way. In fact, the Villains Association tells you to do it your way. Say, for example, the scenario is kidnapping. Right? For example, the objective is kidnapping Red Rangers. GF. Well, you, as the villain, it's to choose how do you go about doing this? But you are grunt or minion. Your job. Your job is to find out how to initiate. Simple. How do you initiate it? Excuse me. Your goal is to talk amongst each other and learn how to initiate it. So that in that way you can help the villain. Easy, right? Now, the scenario is rather simple. In fact, I've done it quite a bit. But jump to the next thing. So, when you join in, they give you 2 universes, right? 2 universes you can join. Now, this isn't simple. You can go into the superhero. I mean, you 2 settings, right? That's true. They gave you 2 choices here. And they're simple. I mean, it comes down to what you fight, what you do. On the eastern side. That is rather annoying. Give me a second here. When you join the eastern side, you'll be fighting mostly in time. Right? Or mostly something along the line of this. Or even something along that line. That's usually what you'll be fighting. And Western, of course. You understand that. Do you get where I'm going with this? Fighting superheroes. And I mean, that's as plain as day. Of course, one hurts more than the other. Now, with this, you have to be ready for many things. On the eastern side, when you fight these 4, you prepare your body for lots and lots of explosions. And sparks. Yes, you can't forget about the sparks. See, fighting in this setting, the eastern setting, it's fun, it's flashy, and silly sometimes. Very silly sometimes, but it's funner, right? But everyone's got their preferences, because when you go on this side, See, damages you can cause is rather crazy. On the western side, I see lots of destruction, right? Not just because of the heroes or us. Not just because of us, but because the heroes will also, weirdly enough, the superheroes will also, weirdly enough, engage with the destruction. And then they'll put the blame on us. But it gives you all the more reason to destroy. All the more reason to destroy the districts. And wherever you end up, if you choose the western setting, you'll have a good time. Also, you no. See, you can cause a rivalry, but you are also assigned to one hero. See, unless there happens to be some kind of crossover. But otherwise, say you are assigned to say you are assigned to a Magnificent Spark, right? Yeah. You will be fighting the Magnificent Spark for the rest of your days. Unless the Magnificent Spark has a crossover with Seabed. Seabed, yes. In the crossover of Seabed, you'll get to, fight other heroes. But sad reality of Western side is that you will definitely be stuck with just the one hero, right? Whereas Eastern side will be stuck to the one group. Depending on who you've been chosen to challenge. Now, does this make sense? Now, this may sound weird, right? This next part's going to sound weird. But, in other words, yes, design your OC. Anything else that you have to know when you reach the rank of a villain, an actual villain, and you're on your own, you have to know what is your costume. Easy. You have to know what is your costume. I'm not even going to say powers, because you should know what your powers are already. You should have a huge understanding of your powers. This is... That's a huge factor. A very huge factor that if you don't have by the time you reach rank C, they will deny you and you will forever be stuck as in late. Right? So, but once you understand your powers and what it really does, and how to control it, once you have all of that stuff down, then you can now move on to this point. Yes, I know. It sounds weird, and it's like, yes, most of the time, villains will want to work alone. But you have to make allies. Otherwise, you're in for a bad time. A very bad time. But make allies. The more of you together, the easier it'll be to just take on the heroes and achieve either world domination or world destruction. The choice is yours. Now, but I guess that doesn't really apply to designing your OC, is it? So, instead, talk about this. Making yes. Make sure you know that your colors are working. Don't just say all of a sudden, alright, I'm gonna splash on some rainbow. Yes, some lovely rainbow. And this is my outfit. I am everywhere. What a mess. Unless your code name is chaotic or something. I don't recommend it. Oh right, speaking of which, the code name is given to you based upon your powers. The elderly villains will give you a name, right? So, for example, my code name is Gorgon Gaze. Stare into it, you'll either fall asleep or I'll petrify you to death. Take your pick. But depends on where you're staring too. If you're staring upwards, you might be falling asleep. If you're staring at the eyes underneath, you'll slowly, eventually, be set to stone. But anyways, enough about me. This is a workshop about you. Let's build you, right? But yes, make sure your colors work. If you're going to go with black and red, stay with black and red. And your hair, you can dye it if you want. That's on you. Most villains have interesting shades of hair. Some of them don't even have hair. Or some of them, well, I guess some of them don't have hair, yeah. Some of them will have like roots or snakes or all sorts of crazy things. Anyways, before I move on, any questions? Before we move on, is there any questions? No? Okay. Hey, you right there. Sitting, nope, don't stand up. If you've got a question, just raise your hand. Or yell it. We're all adults here. Or maybe not, I'm not sure. But alright. Without further ado, now then, we'll move on to the next and last part of my my workshop here. Now that we've got all of that in your head, right? You must ask yourself. You must ask yourself, am I willing to start out as a minion? Because that's the whole point, right? That's the whole reason we're here. Are you? Are you willing to start at the bottom? And that's the big question here. Are you willing to sit yourself down and work under someone for who knows how long until they recognize your powers? And even then, there's no guarantee that, oh, they'll give you something. Because, what, your powers is super strength? Well, tough luck, buddy. There's a whole bunch of other villains in here with super strength. But how does your brain work with your super strength? Does your super strength work out differently from the other villains and also the same powers, right? And if you have magic, well, that's same thing. Just because you have magic and you can cast it, that doesn't mean that you can just willy-nilly go fire or water or thunder, something like that, right? Ask yourself, are you willing to start from nothing, to endlessly be beat up by the heroes, whichever heroes they may be, Western, Eastern? And if your answer is yes, you're saying yes, then my friends, you are on your way to becoming a villain, just like that. And then you can ask yourself, what do I want? Destruction or domination? Thank you for coming. And I hope that clears up everything there is to know about how to be a villain. Alright. Well, looks like some of you guys can't hold in your pee anymore. And some of you maybe are late for another meeting. Without further ado, workshop over. And thank you for coming. Now, before any of you leave, if you haven't left already, you haven't left already, let's chat a little, shall we? See, let me put this away. Alright, Violet, you can talk now, because the class is over. Hello, Block 64. Yes, thank you, and welcome to the stream. My name is Tokuichi Sakai, Class B, Villain. To be exact, B1 Villain. I'm an officer. Rather important. But yes, without further ado, let's talk about my schedule for tomorrow. Alright? So, tomorrow we'll be doing, I believe, karaoke. Let me double check. Yes, karaoke. So, if you're looking forward to me singing, we'll be doing that. And I only rented this place for an hour because that's all our budget can supply. Also, there's no snacks, sorry. I hope you brought your own. Probably should have said that from the start. But yes, I will be singing tomorrow on Friday. So if you're looking forward to that, like I said, hop on in. We'll have a good time. Oh, Violet. Yep. Now that the workshop is over, I'll leave you guys with a goodbye remark. Let's see. Ah, yes. Color of the day is forest green. Do with that as you will. And as always, till next time, minions. Bye bye.